All right, we're going to get logged in here early. Justin and I are 3 minutes away. We just want to make sure everything's working A-OK. So can you hear us? Justin, do a mic check.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? Everything okay?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Mic check. If you can hear us, go. Actually, Justin, Joseph Ellington said you can tell Justin picked the theme music is too hip for Dave.
Oh, man.
Ouch.
Spoiler alert.
I
had
know.
nothing to do with it.
See that, Joseph? He had nothing to do with it. Dave picked that hip music. Actually, it was free. So and Lloyd.
He may have just honestly he may have just baited you. Like, boy, that music's really hip. Couldn't have been you. And then now he's gonna come back with I knew it, because that is just cheese.
Oh my gracious me. Gotta love it. All right, let's see. A couple people are saying yup. Okay. Hear you perfectly. Annalie said yes. Okay, so ha. Shut up, Joe. Okay. So we're gonna do 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna honor your time and my time and Justin's time to have 30 minutes of randomness. We promise this time. So I need you guys to do me a favor. Wherever you're at, YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, or my personal profile, go ahead and share this and start a watch party. By doing that, people can jump in. So you got literally, as you can tell, a minute and a half right there. It says a minute. Oh, ding! I did it the wrong way. Minute and a half right there in the thingy right there. Minute 14 seconds to share this and do a watch party, and to like and love it, even though you don't know what the content we're going to be randomly talking about. Right, Justin?
Man, that's pre-sale. That's a tough one.
Yeah. So why should they, Justin? Why should they do what's called a watch party?
I have never partaken in one of those. I don't know what that is.
All right. A watch party is basically they're seeing a feed or something like this that they like or whatever, and instead of just sharing it, they can share it, and it actually kind of goes live just like this on their personal profile. So other people can watch it live. They don't have to track all the way to our whatever group that they're on. So start a watch party.
While they're partying, they can watch.
Yes, exactly.
I get it.
See, I get watch it now. Party. Yeah, watch party. So with that being said, yes. So people, go ahead and share down below, do a watch party, and make sure you like it. Come to find out that Facebook likes us to like these things. So, and then we're down to 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 1 minute. All right, welcome to Dave and Justin's Random Tuesdays. Justin, give everybody a hello.
What's up? Happy Tuesday.
Is that really all they got?
Huh?
Is that really all they got?
Oh, I honestly, I didn't realize it was happening just then. That was so fast. That was like
you're supposed to welcome everybody. This is the Dave and Justin. Sorry. So officially welcome everybody.
Because I can't actually touch legally. just because of the times. Just because of the times. I don't have any outstanding anything. Yeah. No, it's funny. Like, for real. Every time that we have this time, and I'm dead serious. Like, I look forward to it because it's a ray of sunshine for me. But take that however you want. It was doom and gloom all day today. It was just rainy, nasty, drizzly crud.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, this time rolls around, I gotta squint. Now.
You're gonna have old people eyes if you squint too much.
I hope so. That's just a sign of smiling too darn much. That's all that is.
All right, so we are down to 28 minutes. I started the time right on time so we can honor every time. We'll promise that this will be 30 minutes. If we need to randomly continue, it'll be the following Tuesday, of course. So, Justin, first off, real quick, how was your day?
It was a day. It was a day. It was not Monday.
First off, is Monday a good thing or a bad thing for you?
Mondays are terrible. Just in general. I mean, for everyone, I think Monday's just a Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, the mamas and the papas, they wouldn't have sang about it, you know.
See, I disagree with you on that. Mondays are my favorite days because Mondays are normally my sermon prep days. And sermon prep is actually one of my most favorite things other than actually preaching. So it's a little bit different, I guess. So,
well, that would make sense. Well, Sunday is your go day in general. So that would, I get that.
So
Monday's almost your day of rest.
No.
To a degree. No?
Friday is typically my day of rest. My Sabbath day, I take Fridays to kind of rest. Mondays is a work day for me. So I actually work roughly from Sunday to Friday-ish, and then I rest on those special days. So yeah.
Never thought about that.
Because Sunday is a work day for me.
Partying.
Yep, there you
Friday, go. You're like, this is centering. Woosah.
Why do you do the ear thing? What's that ear thing?
I think it's either Bad Boys 1 or 2.
I need to go back and watch Bad Boys. Have you ever noticed, crud, we had a few things that we want to randomly talk about, but have you ever noticed that when you're watching a TV show that you watch earlier, well, you don't have kids, so I realize this, that now that I have kiddos, you put a show out in front of, like, Bad Boys. I saw when I was a teenager, and I loved it. Maybe late adult, but I loved it. I guarantee you, if I put it in front of my kids right now, they'll be like, whoa, Mommy, Daddy, what are you showing me? I don't want to see that thing.
Not okay. Well, it's also, you loved it as a teenager because you probably, like, weren't allowed to watch
That's
it. So it was
true. I was a missionary kid, guy, so absolutely. Yeah, that's a very good point. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so Justin, you watch?
Speaking of missionary kid.
Go ahead.
And okay, and again, this may tie into something. I don't know. It's random. Whatever. So, I meant it last night whenever I texted you, and it was just something that I was thinking about this past weekend.
Pause. For those of you guys who are watching, Justin is the greatest encourager ever. I've been doing ministry for about 20 years now. I have never had somebody reach out to me and just as random text and just say thank you and thank you and thank you. I mean, he's not a butt kisser in any way, because he'll let me know when I do some weird off the wall, but he'll do it with love. But thank you, Justin. I want to publicly say that thank you. Not many people actually encourage their pastors, and I just want to say you excel at it with an undeniable truth. So he sent me an encouraging text message. Set, go.
I set the bar too high for myself. Now I hate expectations. Okay, so no, but for real, it was one of those where I was thinking about it this past weekend, and it was like, how did Catalyst? Because you guys started when did Catalyst Church become anything? When did you guys move? What did you do before? What's the progression of things?
Okay, so I was a youth pastor in a previous church, a church plant just graduated from seminary, master's degree, and all that stuff with a degree in church planting and evangelism. Long story short, came up to Evansville one weekend to visit Rachel's parents. That's all we really knew, Rachel's parents. And by the way, they didn't even want to be a part of our church when we first started. It was like year 3 by the time they actually joined us. So because not many West Side church plants survive, really they don't. So long story short is I looked around and I'm like, somebody should start a church there and there and there, because church planting, starting something from scratch, is kind of what I guess I was gifted at. So God's
prodded. And where were you guys at?
Winter Haven, Florida. Winter Haven, Florida. Yeah, so from there, God's like, hey, guess what, moron? You are the one. Is that politically correct? I don't know. But that's what he told me. Okay.
Yep.
Not God told me that, but that's what I felt. Okay. So he's like, you idiot. I'm sending you here to start a church.
I get that all the time. I understand. Yeah.
What, starting a church? Fantastic. Let's start.
No. God constantly going, you idiots. What are you? Listen.
I know. And then from there, we just started to pray about it. Rachel was finally content to be at that other church. It was a large, growing church, large student ministry, really good pay. And I just one day told her that, hey, I think God is sending us to Evansville to start this church. So the name Catalyst, actually, it's funny. So in the process, that was like a 1.5 year process of trying to get funds, which we barely got any, and or see if we were supposed to go through denomination or whatever it might be, and that actually didn't work out because it was like a whole politics thing, whatever. And I guess I wasn't cool enough for the denomination.
Thank God.
Yeah, we passed through the assessment and everything with flying colors, but when we came locally, they were like, nope, no soup for you. And in fact, they said, you can start a church, but it has to be from Mount Vernon to USI. It has to be somewhere in between there. It cannot come further into from USI. It has to be there. And also the guy said that, you know what, this stupid name Catalyst, why are you calling it? I'm like, literally, I do not want to be a traditional Claremont Baptist Church, Claremont Pentecostal Church, Claremont whatever. No, we just want it to be something different. And catalyst means a reaction for a change. So when Jesus and us come together, there has to be a reaction. He said that that name will actually drive people away. They'll think that we're a cult and everything. He was right about the cult thing. People have before. Actually, if you look on our website, yeah, people. I actually had to put it into the comments. It says, "Are you a cult?" No, we are a Bible-believing, Jesus-following, community-loving church. So,
wowzers!
Yeah, and here's the deal. And this is part of the mission and vision. If people don't like the name Catalyst, first off, they need to know what it means. But if they don't like the name Catalyst and they're looking for whatever street church, they're not meant for Catalyst Church. And more power to them. More power to them.
Well, sure. I mean, Catalyst also is an assistance. It's to assist.
There you go.
With something. So, you'd add this as a catalyst to facilitate, whatever reaction, know. So, yeah, that would just, I can't think of a better name as far as the aid that's been given based on that. So, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's awesome.
So why don't we do this, Justin? Just we'll I don't want to go, because trust me, this could be a 2-hour conversation about that. So why don't I'll say this. I'll get us to Evansville, and then maybe next Random Tuesdays we can have an element of that. So how does that sound?
Okay.
All right. So God started to do a little bit of fundraising and so on and so forth. Our other church really thought that we were crazy for moving from, because back in that day, it's if you were a part of this church, you were the most cool, happening, popular minister in the town. You mentioned the name of this church and they're like, oh wow, that's so big and so grandiose. I'm like, you know what, but we're not doing ministry. We're not really doing groups. We're creating a performance. We are not making a difference. So
it's a great social club. Great social club.
Well, for real, it was. That's why it was growing. So God had this holy discontent in us to go ahead and leave. And it did make sense. So July 29th, actually our anniversary, our wedding anniversary, July 29th of 2010, we left and we had if you see the white trailer at the church building, that filled up with a U-Haul, very limited supplies, very limited money, pulled in, and we resided at an apartment complex on the west side, and then started meet and greet people. And prior to that, if somebody said that they're from Evansville, we basically said, "Hey, you know what? We love you on Facebook." And I literally, it was so funny. I clicked Evansville, and everybody who had classified Evansville, I said, "Add as a friend, add as a friend, add as a friend, add as a friend." Somebody must have reported me because Facebook actually shut down my account. They thought I was spam. So I started another one, but I learned my lesson a little bit. So got to Evansville, and I'll just leave it at that because there's a lot more. So it's pretty cool.
Bam! You were special people acquaintance making. That's what you were doing.
Lord. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, but Facebook didn't like it.
It wasn't my best.
Yeah.
That was not my best.
It was okay.
Well, okay, so here's the deal though. So and that was back then. So obviously you felt called. You answered the call of, and whenever you got here, then you both were like, okay, so how are we gonna live? And so you were driving a bus for how long? How long were you driving a bus?
By the time I got here, I had a little bit of funding to be able to survive for probably 3 months or so. During those 3 months, I got a route, and I was a subcontractor to somebody else. And it just started to drive for them until probably year 2 of driving the school bus, maybe a year and a half. I was able to the bank owned the bus, buy my own route, which ended up being my route for the last 10 years.
And so when everything in the world gets shut down, okay, including schools and bus routes.
Yep.
So how long was it before all of this happened that you became full-time minister?
The week
according to what you actually put the time in for.
The week before.
The week before. So the week before everything shuts down, where you would have been full-time minister anyway. You would have been full-time pastoring anyway.
Yeah.
The week before everything gets shut down, where you would have either had to have time, then you got to have time to be full-time pastor, or you just everybody said, you're this now because you are, and you're called, and you're doing this. This is you now. You got to be. And it just so happens that you got to be what you've been called to be a week before you would have been it anyway.
And it's seriously, I mean, what nobody will understand.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I appreciate it. See, there's Justin's encouragement right there. But I still don't know what it means. I was a full-time youth pastor in Florida making some... I waved at them too. Hopefully they saw me. Okay.
Good.
All right. But no, I mean, I still don't know what it means to be a full-time pastor. Well, here's the deal. I was full-time work pastor at Catalyst Church for those 10 years, without a doubt. So nothing's necessarily changed with that.
Don't change a dang thing.
But
change a dang thing.
When things open up, like literally open up, like in August, when everything's relatively new or back to semi-normal, I'm going to have to relearn on how to do some things because I'm a creature of habit. I like routine. So like our prayer time, 8 a.m. every morning, it's a routine, and it's actually, I'm enjoying it. So how did you find out about Catalyst?
Buddy and his wife, Randy and Cheyenne.
Oh yeah.
We got to know them because of doing some work at our house, and they kept saying constantly, they were like, hey, can we get you guys to come to join us sometime? And we're like, yeah, sure. And yeah, and we did finally one
Very
Sunday,
cool.
and it was like, okay, I could be a repeat offender here. And yeah, love it. Just absolutely love it. There's the right amount of sunshine and clouds, and they're all the same sky and very encouraging.
Very cool. All right, let's get off the topic.
And in my opinion,
okay,
the way it should be.
Okay, let's get off the topic of Catalyst Church because this is not a Catalyst Church thing. So, Justin, what with this reopening, I want to get your insight because you have a comedic, whatever. You're funny, but you're honest in the middle of it. What is your opinion? And again, there's 1,000 opinions, so I might completely disagree with you. What is your opinion about the governor reopening now instead of waiting a few more weeks?
Yeah. I haven't changed much of anything that I've been doing. Places I've been going, some have changed, like we talked about last time. But yeah, I mean, you go to the grocery store and you go to whatever.
But do you think he's right? Do you think he's right in it with it? Because we polled Catalyst Church, and I appreciate Catalyst Church's honesty that they did not want to go live. They did not want to go back for a couple of weeks, and I appreciate their honesty. But it's kind of like I want to meet, but it's like, is that the right thing to do? Because there are churches that are going to be meeting Sunday.
Wait a minute, the sun is shining upon me. Yeah, no, no, for real, it just came out whenever it was.
Well, we can see it. It kind of.
I get a little ghosty whenever it's.
It does look a little ghosty.
But yeah, I think it. Honestly, people are going to do what people are going to do. If you got the extremes, you got the and not. I'm not saying either one is right or wrong, good or bad, whatever. But like, whenever you got the lady that's walking down the street by herself and she's got on a mask and gloves and all that kind of stuff. Okay, whatever. You are free to do that. You are 100% free to do that. You are free to not go out to eat. You are free to not do stuff as much as you are free to do stuff. Mm-hmm. And you have that choice, and how you approach it entirely up to you.
Well, I will be one of those mask wearers. I'll be a mask wearer.
That's cool. That's cool. I have started actually wanting to every time that I go, and I'm not. I have not once worn anything since this. And yeah, I do though. I have this. I was even telling Megan yesterday. I was like, man, the next time that I'm out and about and somebody's in a mask, I'm just gonna look at them, just point blank, and just go, doctor, and then just walk off. Just to see what happens. But it's one of those.
I might have to steal that from you. That's pretty good. That's good. Doctor,
feel free. But yeah, but it's one of those where, man, if that's what makes you comfortable, then rock on, do it.
Oh my Lord!
There's nothing biblical that is right or wrong about.
So with that being said, how would you encourage other people? I think actually it was your mom that mentioned this comment. And Mom, if you're tuning in, welcome. Justin, your son, you did a good job with him. Well,
I'm sorry, I'm so disappointing sometimes.
So Justin, how can we deal with not being afraid when we go out? Because I think it's actually not psychologically good for us to coop ourselves up in our home. It's really not. So how do, in your opinion, since nothing has really changed for you, and from what you see in public with people wearing their masks and everything, how would you encourage people? We have got 10 minutes left. How would you encourage people to not fear and forget spiritual stuff right now? Yes, pray. Yes, blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's legit. But how would you say?
Man, it's and Mom, I know what she means. I know my mom. It is. It's instead of saying bless you when someone sneezes now, everybody's like, and that's just there's habits you can work on now, which honestly, the thing I hope everybody takes away with all of this is wash your hands regularly.
Good. That's good.
Like a person should. It's not, it should be in there. Should be in there already. Should be an innate thing. I get done at the supermarket and I come home before I put my groceries away and I'm touching all my food. I'll wash my hands. Whatever.
But I never used to do that. Seriously, the only time I really wash my hands or use hand sanitizer, I wash my hands after I go to the bathroom. But hand sanitize myself all the time at the hospital. But that's really the only time that I use hand sanitizer. So go ahead.
Which is good. I mean, if you could get old soap and water, does the trick. But no, I think if we get into the mentality of like, dude, not everyone that you come in contact with is potentially going to kill you. If you get in the mentality of people are people, once again, people are people, just like they were before all this started. Smile at people, wave, hold doors. If somebody's got on gloves and a mask and stuff, obviously they're a little more freaked out than you, or maybe more at risk. I'm not saying freaked out in a bad way. I'm just saying cautious than you are. If you're one of those people that's not, then great. Take your grab the door handle and hold it open for them as they're coming in.
That's good.
Practice being a good person and polite and courteous and all that stuff that we've been missing because we've been out of society for a little bit. It's like we almost have to relearn how to adjust back into society. I mean, you see people that go to prison all the time and then they have to get back into society. We have all been imprisoned, even though it's our own homes, even though it's our own mentality. Sometimes we've all literally been in a cell for a while, and even if you're like me and you've been out and about, you still have to feel like it's not normal.
Sure.
I'm not in the normal thing.
Absolutely.
So we have to be reintroduced into society.
I think that's going to be a gradual process back. You're right. The love for people needs to be a non-negotiable, no matter what. Whether you're wearing a mask or gloves or whatever, but I think you're exactly right. I think we need to enter. So my recommendation is, how do you deal with the fear? Is one day at a time, go from here to the grocery and back home, and then take a shower or clean yourself. And then you'll realize after a couple days, I'm not sick. I'm not, even though the incubation period is 14 days, whatever. So what do you think about businesses opening up at a smaller capacity?
I think, again, if you feel comfortable, rock on. If you don't,
what restaurant will be your first restaurant that you're going to go to as soon as they officially open?
Man,
I have to think about this question myself.
I don't know. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Geez, we just don't go out enough. I need to work on that.
So this isolation is not that difficult for you because you don't go out anyway.
Campai?
Camp Pie. What's that?
Campai? The sushi place on the east side?
I've never been there.
Oh, Dave. Come here, buddy. Let me tell you a secret. It's delicious.
Okay.
Yeah, for real. It's like Megan's favorite place in the world too.
But here's the deal. I've had sushi and I love sushi, but sushi is so blooming expensive. Is it like a bar, a sushi bar where you can get all you can eat?
You can get off the menu too. I mean, it's not necessarily just sushi. You can get, General Tso's and, all that kind of stuff too. But it's just good. I mean, like, how can you screw up rice? It's pretty tough, but I've had bad rice. This place, they've figured out how to make the best rice. Even, it's, I mean, the simplest thing. It's very, very delicious.
Rachel,
But yeah,
try
that would probably be it.
My favorite
Has she
Chinese.
had Tampa?
Our favorite Chinese place is the place on China Bistro. Have you ever been to China Bistro? Yeah, that's my favorite Chinese place. But that would not be the first place that I'd go. Where I would go is wherever I had gift cards.
Yep.
I love Catalyst churches because they're definitely not a rich church, but they pass out gift cards here and there. So, Miss Annalie just said yum. Annalie, which one did you say yum to? China Bistro or Chinese, or which one did you say yum to? Okay.
Kanpai.
Oh, Canton M. Oh, snap. I'm hungry. I am hungry. All right, we're down to 3 minutes. Justin, what is a random thing that's on your mind right now that you just want to get off your mind into public world?
What is a what?
Yeah, talk.
Oh,
what is one random thing that's on your mind and in your heart that that just want to get out?
There's nothing I need to get out. What about you? Do you have anything on yours? Really? Because I have nothing. Well, I
am nervous. I am nervous about churches starting up. I really am. I was excited about churches starting up. I'm nervous about it. All these churches are, and again, if somebody's watching this, it's on you. It's up to you. But I'm nervous, especially since the governor himself said he was asked, why did you allow the churches to open up like they did? And he basically said it's because they're going to be our guinea pigs. I'm like, he didn't say guinea pigs.
What better guinea pigs?
Yeah, but he's like, they're going to be our test subjects. He didn't say guinea pigs, so let's make a public change. Was that? He's a control group. He said a control group, which basically means our guinea pigs.
Yeah.
So,
but dude, I mean, that's great though. I can't think of a better thing to be.
Well, I disagree with you on that. I don't want to be that. Why? Because when the virus, and so this is what my 2-minute rant. When the virus, if the virus and the church people get it, then all of a sudden, who's to blame? Oh, it's the churches. So right now we're trying to love our neighbor, and that is not loving our neighbor. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I think also Christians have been getting blamed for a lot of things for a long time. Yeah. So whatever, add it, chalk it up to
there you go. And if you think about end time stuff, if we are living in these birthing pains, end time things, it's the Christians have to be persecuted even more, and we in America aren't very persecuted very much at all. In some
no, that was I tell you what, random thought.
Yep,
I'll make it quick too. Walgreens. I was at Walgreens the other day, okay, and it was Friday, and this lady was in line in front of me, okay, and she had on a ball cap, she had on a mask, she had on gloves, she was untouchable. And so the chick behind the counter, she flipped over like some kind of coupon thing for her to look at, and she like leans over and she like knocks the plexiglass thing with her hat, and she's like, "Oh my, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to touch anything," and stuff. And I'm kind of chuckling, I'm like, man, and so anyway, she wraps it up, she gets done, I check out, and then I'm in my car, and she actually walks out after me, and I rolled my window down, and I kind of nodded at her, and she like kind of, and then she gave like a real weird, like a headbutt almost, and I was like, that was weird, but so I rolled my window down, and I was like, hey, technically I saw it. It was just your hat that hit the plexiglass, so still no contact. It's all good. It's all good. And she started laughing, and she took half of her mask off, and she goes, "You just made me realize here this whole time I need to work on my head nod, because here I've been just smiling away at people like an idiot, knowing that they ain't seeing me smile at all." And so yeah, we had this fun little exchange. But yeah, funny. But it made me think. I was like, that's
and that's true. That's I'm one of those mask wearers, and I try to allow my eyes match my
work on it.
Try to let my eyes match what my smile is doing too. So actually, that allows us to work on our kind words too. So all right, our time just ended. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Justin, let's not talk about the virus next week. I'm tired of talking about this stupid thing. Okay, like
Fantastic.
no conversation.
2 thumbs.
We will talk about Star Wars. Star Wars. Justin promised us last week at crud. I know it's 30 minutes. Justin promised us last week that we would actually go to he would actually watch, and I wanted to pull up a photo. Justin, you are not going to be able to see this, and I don't know if I could bring this in or
it was
not.
that day too. It was that day.
It was. Let me see if I can pull this into our feed. And let's see.
I have not.
Boom shakalaka.
I haven't watched.
See, I don't know if you can see that or not, but our very own Joe Ellington brought the video to Justin to watch, and
to
Justin
undeserving Justin.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Justin, let's try this again. Will you're according to this picture, you are very excited to get the Star Wars trilogy, and more. Remember, start at episode 4.
It was 6.
Don't get overwhelmed by 6. You're supposed to just watch episode 4, which is the first one, but not the first one. We're not going to go there.
Yeah, that was Joe tried to explain the math on that. It's like toilet paper math. It's like 8 equals 24. What? I didn't get it. But I do feel bad. I did not yet. I was more excited in the photo to see Joe.
There you go. Oh, snap. You weren't 6 feet apart. Joe, you've got the virus now. Look how close they are. Oh, snap. Justin, are you feeling well? Justin's got the virus. Or no, Joe's got the virus. Okay, we got to shut up. Okay, 30 minutes is done. If you enjoy this bantering back and forth, we will be back at 6 o'clock next week to honor your time and everybody else's time. And then join us. By the way, if you have anything that you want, actually, no. Last time I said let's come up with a topic, we didn't even do that. So no virus conversation. We cannot even mention the virus. You agree?
Nope.
No, we can't. The virus. Pretend the virus doesn't even exist. Stupid virus. Okay. With that being said, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you're watching us live or you're watching us later on. Thank you for joining us for Random Tuesdays with Dave and Justin. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.
Be good to each other.
Yes, absolutely.